you asked me a question about how do we pray.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Well, I bought you a prayer rug.
Okay.
Here, this is for you.
Oh, thank you, Jake.
Now, all I would like you to do
Yes.
is spread this, sit down and meditate for 15 minutes.
So do I sit on it?
Yeah. This is,
Without my shoes, right?
yeah, without the shoe.
Okay, so like, do I do this?
No, the other way.
Okay. So take off my shoes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then just meditate
Yeah.
like this?
Facing this way, the small one.
Like
You are
this?
a little bit too big for it.
That's okay. Like
But
this?
This is the prayer alert. Now, you see the picture?
Yes.
They are praying. Now, these are clean. There is dirt and all that, people walk and all that, so this is what is called a prayer rug.
Okay.
So it's clean.
Huh, this is great. And then you just meditate.
As far
Meditate
as
and
I'm concerned, you can use it, just put it
My house
in your house
or the office,
facing the sunset.
facing the sun.
And,
Always facing the sun.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, and you will be surprised how much you can achieve.
Really?
It's something.
So how do I fold it? It's okay, fold it
Yeah.
like this?
Yeah, it's rolled.
Okay, so which way?
No, with taking home, it will be best like that.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jake.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, it's nothing special, but you know what happens. You get into a routine thing, and everything becomes, oh, so what, so what, so what.
So,
So this is when you spread it and you sit down, you think of one thing, is
praying.
you're talking to God.
Nice. And now, do you still do this every morning?
No,
No?
I'm a heathen. But you will be surprised how peaceful it gets, but if you're sincere.
So can you elaborate a little bit? It makes you feel more calm?
The thing is, I'll explain it to you, your inner feeling. You cheat, you do bad thing, good thing, all during the day. And then at time comes, there are 2 or 3 times a day you say, no, let me go and sit down and ask for forgiveness from God.
Huh. So
Simple.
it's a way to recenter yourself.
Yeah. To see what it does is keep you in line, I would say.
Keeps you centered.
Instead
Now,
of,
how long did you do this for? Your whole life?
you do it for whole life.
How about you?
Morning,
How about you?
after. I don't do that. I used to. I was forced to do it.
When you were a kid?
Yeah.
So when you came here to the United States, did you still do it or you didn't? You stopped
No.
doing it.
I just gave up.
And why? Why is that?
Laziness.
Laziness.
It's the thing what I want to bring, the essential part, for you because you're young. Why don't you? You can't do it 3 or 4 times a day, just put in the evening or in the morning. Just spread this,
I will.
and all you have to say, God guide me.
God guide me
Yeah,
and forgive me.
that the whole thing.
So I was going to ask you today when I was driving over, I was thinking, how have you dealt with, because one of the things that I appreciate about you, Jake, is you're very calm. How have you dealt with challenging situations with, for example, your wife?
Oh, well, the main thing is the upbringing. You were raised in a big family, not you're not introduced by getting married and all of a sudden you don't know what to do. But you are raised in a house which are 4 or 5 people are married and they have children and you play with the children and it becomes a family. You call it a family. I mean, he's my brother, my cousin, my nephew, my uncle. And you develop a relationship.
But when there's a conflict, how do you resolve it?
There are 2 ways. One is to forget it.
But do you ever really forget it?
A lot of times. You come to a, like, I'll give you an example. The people, non-believers, they used to pester the priest. And all the time, they say, oh, you say God, God. Where is God? Show us God. So one day, the priest told this man who was always arguing, would you come and sit next to me? And he came and sat down, and the priest gave him a big wallop. And he started to say, hey, it hurts, it's this, and it started to cry. And he said, why did you do this to me? Do what? Show me. And he said, I can't show you. That's where God is. You keep on asking me where God is. You believe in God, and He's there. Like, I hit you, there is no sign, but still it hurts. So the thing is what you're taught, what you believe, when you get in trouble, there is nobody around, and that's when you say, God help me. And I'm not lying. I think you have done that for 1,000,000 times also.
Oh, for sure. Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
That's your answer.
Yeah. So do you think, Jake, that do you get closer to God the older you get? Or do you understand more?
No, you lie less.
You lie less. Huh.
Because you're preparing yourself to meet Him.
You lie less. That's interesting. So what you're saying is, along with wisdom comes truth.
Yeah, you stop manufacturing things and say there is a God, and you start believing in it. Like I said, you take the Pope, then all you have to do is touch his robe, and that has more meaning than anybody can describe it. It's in here. You touch him, you're touching a pure, let's say a pure thing. You're not touching a salesman and lying to him, oh, I love you and I do this. With the priest, all you say is, pray for me. So there are two differences.
Right. So is there besides your father, is there anybody that you have admired and learned from?
Oh, heck, the whole family.
The whole family. How about outside of the family?
A lot of people outside there. It's not here, very seldom you see here. But over there, you have your relatives, uncles, aunts, and then your father's friends. So if you need something and you want some kind of an answer, you look at them.
Mm.
Because that's a guidance which you miss if you don't develop that.
Yeah, I totally understand that. So what you're saying is, it's really the family, it's God, and it's hard work,
Yes.
and protect the money for the family.
There are simple things. Like I told you about the business. There are two boxes. One box you put what we have to pay, one box what you keep.
Right.
Nothing can be simpler.
And you always paid off your debt fast, right?
Yeah, and then you take the biggest economist, they say the same thing. I mean, they come, instead of holding a year like this, they go round and hold it. So
So one of my questions,
the basics are the same.
they don't change, right?
They don't change.
So
Your upbringing is what makes you. I mean, no matter what you do, when you're doing something little bit on the left wheel rather than the right wheel, you feel it. And that feeling is because of the teaching your dad and mom gave you.
right.
That is more important than all the goddamn degrees you have collected.
The values,
The value. It's the
the,
value.
the character when no one's looking.
Right. And the thing is when you help people, don't brag about it. I mean, they used to say that some family got in trouble, my father would go and give them some money to tide over, And they said, oh, you shouldn't do this, we can't repay you. He said, no, I'm paying the loan back I borrowed from your father. That was a white lie, but that satisfied everybody.
In other words, helping but not making them feel bad.
Right. That's the gist of this life.
Did you do much of donating to
Yes.
causes? What causes did you donate to?
I, there is a religious organization. They put out the calendars, they put out
And
the
you give them
function.
money.
They build a mosque. I contribute.
You contribute. So, Jake, let me ask you a question.
There is that, the guy, the priest,
Oh, right here, he gave you a plaque.
for building the mosque.
That's the one you guys built, right?
Yeah,
In Northern California.
in Northern California.
It came out
I
beautiful.
wanted to do more, but my kids couldn't get it.
They wouldn't let you?
No, it was my company, but I always worked with them.
So talk to me a little bit about building that mosque. How did it make you feel?
Good,
Good sense of feeling?
yes. I wanted to build more.
You mean more mosques you wanted to build?
More mosques. I would have gone after, but you know the priest, not the priest which says the prayer, the priest who controls the money.
Okay.
He's as big a crook as you are.
Oh, really?
But
a-
he's in business.
And so
He will try to save money.
tell me a little bit. When you built the mosque, did you make money or lose money?
Oh no, we always make money.
Always.
I taught my kids, you donate, but when you're working, you make money.
Interesting.
And we turn around
So that's a philosophy,
give,
the Avali philosophy.
$50,000 as a donation.
Right.
But there are two different things.
Yes. One's business. one-
Donation and one is business.
Right.
A business you run like a business,
Always.
always.
No cutting corners.
Yeah, that's what I have taught.
Did you
my
ever,
kids.
did you ever take less profit to help people? Or not really?
No, what I did from the learnings through my family, I was supposed to get, say, $100 for the work I did, and $25 was my income. Now I could reduce that income and get the $75, but I always told them that you owe me the $25. So the thing what my family is taught, you have to make a living. And lot of people like Trump, they say that they'll give you $1 billion, but they'll steal from somebody else and give it to you, not their money. That's the difference.
You want to make honest money.
Yes. And that's what business is. Your religion, your upbringing, everything tells you that you have to make a living. And then at the same time they said if you have enough to donate. So everything is tied in. It goes like a ball, round and round and round. Now you can stop wherever you want to, you can cheat what you want to, or you can donate what you want to. It's all here.
You know, Jake, I have a question. When when you look back on your life, which is difficult to do as we talked previously, are there moments where you felt there was a split road? And if there's those moments, can you comment on how and why you made the decisions you made?
Uh, Actually, as far as the upbringing I had is that you achieve or you thrive and learn to educate yourself, to get the necessary degrees to compete with anybody who is in the same business. So, as far as doing an honest trade or honestly working harder and making more money is allowed.
So what you're saying is you took a road of making sure you got all your degrees.
Yes, I was, and like I said, I told my kid the same thing. Uh, I gave you an example
You
of
did.
what I done.
Yeah. But what's interesting with this, which is is that your father took a different way. Because your father didn't get educated, right?
No, the, you see, there are people in this world who go to school and they realize they know more than the teacher. And my father was one of them.
He was gifted.
Yeah, because he could think a lot faster than the normal person. Like I told you about his, like doing the business. Instead of going and to each of the labor's house and say, I'll give you 1 penny more. All he did, he got the, uh, the foreman and said, I'll pay you and your guy 1 penny more if we get the contract, or I'll pay you 1 penny more than the other contractors if we get the contract.
Have
And
you
he kept to his word, and he always got the contract because he was thinking
ahead?
a little bit ahead than
Have you met other people like your father before or no?
huh?
Have you met other people like your father?
In parts, yes, not as a whole.
That's great.
Because he he was thrown out of the house and he built an empire. He that
Not so easy.
that he had that kind of brain, the capacity And that's why he got out on his own, because he couldn't tolerate mediocre people,
Hmm.
including his teacher.
And the dynamics between him and your mother,
That's 11 children.
did they ever argue or no?
No,
Never.
not,
Not in front of you.
not in front. It was always taken care of.
And did they do what your mom wanted or what your father wanted?
Again, the same thing. A house was run by mother, the business was run by father.
Huh.
And they kept each other out, because he would give them, okay, here's $25, you feed the family for a week, and that's it.
How about when there was challenges with the kids? They would.
And it's the mother who helped.
But if it's really bad, then father gets involved?
No, he was the bad guy. I'll tell your father.
Okay.
It never happened.
Jake, your last name is Volley, right?
Yeah,
That's all, right? Vali.
yeah.
Where does your last name come from?
Oh, Wali is means like a sir.
Like a sir?
Sir, S-I-R, sir. It's,
Sir.
yeah, that means it's rated higher than the normal people.
Huh.
Because my grandfather was very well known.
So your grandfather was very
And
successful as
yes,
well.
they used to call him Wali Saab. That means he had the brain. If there was something to be settled, or some disputes, they would go to my grandfather and he would work it out.
So was he very wealthy as well?
Uh, no, at that time, wealth was $100, not $1 million.
Huh.
They provided enough food for the family, education for the family, and a good living for the family.
And how many brothers and sisters did your father have?
Uh,
How many brothers and sisters did your father have?
one brother and 4 sisters.
And he was the only one that got kicked out of the house?
No, he's the one who kicked himself out of the house.
Oh, his dad didn't do that.
No, no. That's why he fought with the school teacher.
Now, would he tell you these stories?
No, other people said.
Oh, other people told you. So he never told you the story.
No, he always said, listen. You learn more by listening than talking.
So Jake, as we've been doing this, it's interesting for me because I've learned a lot and I'm learning a lot. But the one thing that continues to resonate every time we speak is your love for family and your love for God. And then what I really don't think we've talked enough about, which I think we have talked about, is relationships. Other relationships other than, your family, your immediate family.
Oh, I have a real good relationship. I've developed it just like my family, my dad had, like Bart Cohen.
Right. You've said that.
I mean,
My question is more centered around you have very good gifts
Yeah.
around relationships.
Yeah, the main thing is I followed the teachings of my dad that when you do a job, you do it complete and you do a good one. And Bart saw it and he would take the contract away from other contractors and give it to me.
Right.
And another thing he taught is there is nothing you can't do. So when the ATM came along, everybody said, no, we don't want it, it's too complicated and all. So I took 42 ATM, and that's when I make $10,000-15,000 in ATM. I was on my way up,
How much did it cost you to do it?
5,000.
Wow, that's a good job.
Yeah, because there was nothing to it, but people looked at it as a whole, and I looked at it in piecemeal.
Right.
You have an electrical contractor, mechanical contractor, and yourself, and you got an ATM. So Adam, Tammy, they're both successful.
That's great. And do you remember how many ATMs you did? Thousands?
I bought the Pioneer.
Huh?
I was the pioneer. I started the ATM because everybody was.
But do you
afraid.
remember how many Deb Construction did? Thousands?
I think so.
Wow.
Close to, because the last batch I remember was for Bar Cohen and another northern contractor, Bank of America. And they talked to each other, and he said, well, I don't find anybody to do an ATM. Mark said, I've got a contractor. That's how I started the Northern Gas. So, between the two.
That's one of Adam's contractor guys, the project manager, Chris. I think his name's Chris. So how many? So you don't know how many ATMs, but you know what would be nice? I'm thinking here, it'd be nice to buy an old one. It'd be nice to buy an old ATM and have it for Deb.
I have an old door where they used to store the money.
Oh, you do?
Did you see that?
No, I've never seen it.
Come on, I'll show you.
Okay, let me shut this
And
down.
this was